Did you know that Melbourne was discovered by a guy named Batman? There were a lot of Johns back then. This was in the 1830s, and so it's likely that the superhero named himself after our John. Fast forward to 2026, in 9 years it'll be 2 centuries ago, so I thought I'd head there in 2024, 18 months prior to the recording of this edit. This is Melbourne.
Society, because they're insecure, because they cling to the past, they cling to memories.
You ever, do you mind if I ask a question? Have you ever heard people talk about how concept of God is like within yourself, and that a lot of the texts is more like metaphorical?
This is Melbourne, or more accurately, this is now Melbourne from the view of a window pane. Melbourne, in a way, is partially known for its electric vehicles and sometimes the people that drive them. The earliest spotted electric vehicle was allegedly seen by both bakers and taxi drivers who were reportedly witnessed to have actually owned them. Car adoption and showcasing was rampant in the 1900s. Large computer-sized screens have been fitted into vehicles so that people can tell what they're doing without having to think about what they're doing, so they can concentrate on what they're doing while they should be concentrating on what they're doing. But I came here to find out if people really drive them. I guess in a way, we'll never know. And it'll just go down as another one of life's terrible, terrifying, curious, and mildly interesting narratives. So we picked up an electric car to go see if we could find a wallaby, or a kangaroo, or anything else of that sort. Maybe they're called joeys, I can't really remember. But after walking around for maybe about, I don't know, an hour and a half in a non-described area that we didn't really know the location to in the first place, we decided we're not going to be able to find one. And so unfortunately my trip over to Australia meant that I went over there and didn't even see a kangaroo.
You get an Australian large vanilla latte, please, mate. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, in a takeaway cup. I'm just going to go out the front. I'll probably come back in and get some breakfast. Still on my foot. There absolutely must be. Alright.
This is Melbourne's famous shit district, where it's just not very nice to live. But as far as a holiday destination goes, I would probably advise that you go stay somewhere else other than this. However, all the people at the cafes downstairs are real nice, and pretty much everyone on the street's nice other than the people who rent out the apartments. I wasn't really interested in having a hot shower, a comfortable shower, or even a private shower, but at least I was able to have a shower, and then I think I just went and had a nap, and then walked around the city at night time again. I picked up this newspaper and then I realised I don't know how to read Australian, so I scanned around for a few words that seemed similar to English, but I couldn't really make out what it was saying. Life was beginning to get really confusing in Australia. Why is it so cold here? I thought it was supposed to be really hot. People often ask me, has it ever snowed in Melbourne? And in fact, yes it has. But unfortunately, this time, there was no snow. Just a collection of cars, pedestrians, trams and tram lines. I was told that this vintage shop would be able to help me with my liver transplant, and when I turned up, they had the wrong organ. It's safe to say that things weren't going well on my trip. Safe because, well, if I say that, I don't think anyone's going to say anything to me, or, what would happen if I say that? Bizarrely, Melbourne is known for its tacos. Unfortunately, in Melbourne, cats face a variety of problems largely stemming from the conflict between their natural, roaming and hunting instincts combined with the urban environment's rule set. Although cats are allowed to roam freely in Melbourne, they face a lot of legal restrictions because of their catty ways.
So cold in comparison to Bali. Up early this morning to go to a vintage clothes sale and hopefully get some decent fits. Just going to get some coffee first. And then me and Viv are off to the vintage clothes sale.
Oh, okay.
So, you know Great Northern? Yeah, okay. My bus stop is out the front.
Look at all that fruit. Oranges. Yo, look at all that meat. Man, this could be yeah, this is a nice market. It's cool how they've got kind of like blue, plasticky, see-through bags to put it all in. They're gherkins. Anyway, I found the retro depot, so let's go and check it out. Turned out it was closed, so I'm gonna go play with these seagulls for a while. Melbourne. These are the black swans of Albert Park Lake. One of the most iconic stories is a scientific discovery that their monogamous reputation is more of a myth than reality. Heartbreak, turmoil and torture. The secret lives of Albert Park swans.
Right. I don't even know how to explain the last 48 hours. I don't need to explain myself, but more so like in purpose of the documenting the trip. But I didn't get any sleep last night whatsoever, so I was walking around all day today with my fucking bag and an additional bag because of all the winter clothes I bought, and just waiting for an Airbnb to open up. So I've got myself a new Airbnb that I'm staying at rather than this hostel I was going to work at, because the hostel was changed spots, and then I've just been sleeping all day. And luckily tomorrow I'm going to go see some jazz, some improv, you know what I mean. And then on Wednesday my boy Ty's coming, so we're going to hit the gym and then go get some food. And then Thursday I'm actually flying to Bali.
Yeah, nice. What a view. Melbourne is a cool place. Can't give you no specifics, can't remember many specifics. But it's all good. I highly recommend you visit. You might see nice skylines like this next to SeaWorld. Oh yeah. Hey, gave it up for Melbourne one time. Cool place. Look at that view. Yeah, sea life. Trains going around. Isn't it crazy how the cars go into the trains? Yeah. Well, not quite done in Melbourne just yet. Let's go find something to eat. I wonder if this is a river or a canal. I don't even know where I'm going. Here I go. So yeah, this is the ancient Egyptian exhibition they had at the National Gallery of Victoria. I don't really get why there was anything to do with Egypt there. Maybe they bought it? Did they steal it? They steal art from Egypt and now they're exhibiting it in the centre of Melbourne. It's terrible. Shouldn't be doing that. The water was really trippy. This guy was massive as well. The guy next to him was just regular size, and she was really big as well. Literally. Some nice art there. Brick walls really done perfectly. Skies look cool. Look at that lighting. They definitely stole this. No one in Melbourne made that. sail. I don't know how I'd get back on the plane. Maybe I should go back. It's a bit like Liverpool. These guys are cool. These are like from Bali. This isn't Melbourne. They've stolen this art. This is stolen art. I mean, a lot of art is stolen. Great art is steal apparently. These birds are cool. They put a lot of effort in around Melbourne. I gotta give them that. Oh yeah. This robot has a job. It's look, it's carrying things around, it takes your order. I personally got served by a human, but bless it. That's all I can really say. Look at it going around. It is getting in the way of the other stuff, but then it knows to move out of the way. There it goes. As I say, I got served by a real human being. Nowhere else had a robot. I carried on looking for a robot, and none of the other places seemed to employ him.
Doing it. Down here.
Yep.
And then follow there to the creek.
Yep.
And then we'll be around here.
The way I go down the yellow path, that way, and then I turn right and get to about there. So you probably will miss it.
Wait, turn right or turn left?
So here, you go left,
Oh yeah.
then right.
Then right.
And then you go right again to get to that bit of the creek.
I couldn't work out what that guy was on about, so I just went my own way. Luckily, I had my friend Tyreek to join me. First, we found this crow. Or a sparrow. Magpie? What's the difference? Anyway, we found this bird. He was a nice guy. Came over, chirps along, and then seemed a little bit disinterested. I didn't have any food for him. I don't know what I was expecting from the meeting. I thought I was like, hey, I'm here in, where you're from. What's it like where you're from? It's nice around here. Found some drop-ins. I'm not sure what it belongs to. Maybe a deer or a kangaroo. We thought this could be our next chance to actually see a kangaroo. We drove all the way to a petrol station and then realised that we needed to figure out a different way to put electricity in the car because we were running pretty low. So we found one of these futuristic looking little station places and proceeded to fill up. Well, how does it work? Does it go in? How do they put electricity in there? Because it's not a liquid. So does it just come... Is there like a liquid form of electricity? I'd learnt many things on my trip to Melbourne. Unfortunately, I learnt so much that I was unable to process all of it, and therefore none of the memory was saved. Thanks for watching. You're listening to, and as well. Goodbye, and thanks for now.